7 years now, 5 or 6 years, right? Like Office applications and software as a service. We have it's very different now how you design a server, really, a virtual machine inside of a, it's really different. And let me explain it to you. So, we built it 30 to 40% bigger, right? And we housed, let's say, 6 different programs: an Exchange server, file server, network controllers. You'd put a bunch of, but then also proprietary software that you had, such as QuickBooks. Right, you had QuickBooks Online, right? But one of the first programs to go software as a service, QuickBooks went online. QuickBooks Online, right? They're leaders in this. So all of a sudden, you no longer have one of those programs, right? And then all of a sudden, you don't have an Exchange server because Office 365. Oh, wait a minute. Now, do we even need the file server, right? I don't know if we need the file server. Maybe we need the file server, but then you may have 2 or 3. So building it like you had it, if you just take a look at like, okay, what is my machine size, and I'm going to build it again just like that, is a mistake. Okay. What you want to do is take a look at the programs that you have, right, that are on there, and then run an assessment tool, which we're going to show you today, that basically says, okay, it runs about 10 days. It just checks telemetry, right? Checks telemetry, sign-ins, doesn't take any PII or information. It's just looking at telemetry. And that will tell you, okay, what of the remaining programs do you have left can be moved to the cloud, right? And then it gives you ideas and suggestions as far as the size, right? So the cost of your server, okay, versus the cost of having a server in the cloud is not apples and apples. You can't do that. It's apples and oranges, okay? But the smart people, the ones that are intuitive and they're like, okay, well, let me really investigate this and our guidance is to always do proof of concepts first, start with that. So that's just my introduction. I want to just kind of like set the stage here for us, and then let's move forward. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and direct you to my screen, okay? And on my screen, you see this is the actual Azure portal. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start over here at the top right-hand corner. We're going to go left, and then we're going to go down here, okay? That's going to be the tour, and then we're going to get started. Please, let's make this interactive. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. There's no dumb question. Especially because this can be complicated, okay? And then at the end of every section, I'm going to do a temperature check. I say, temperature check, are you good to go? If you could just say, yeah, I'm good to go, or type in the window, GTG, I like that, and then I can move to the next one. So I want to make sure we're going to take off, and we're going to land this plane today. Okay, it's going to be awesome. All right, here we go. All right, so top right-hand corner, if you hover over where your name is, and you click on that, that's just, that's just who you're being assigned to today, right? That's going to be who you are. The nice thing about this is if you need to switch into a different directory or sign in with a different account, you can do that. Okay, let's go to the left. So let's click on the, this will be the first time and last time you click on the feedback button, okay? This is absolutely worthless. I remember asking my colleagues, and I think I stirred up a hornet's nest when I asked, hey, who monitors that box? And I don't think anybody does. So really no purpose in doing that for production. To the left of this is the question mark button. I want you to click on that. Now, this one is actually pretty good. It's help and support. However, you should be working with your local cloud solution provider. Michael Goldstein and LAN Infotech would be the first call. Because help and support, this is where you'd open up a ticket if you needed to, right? So just that there. Okay, let's close that out. Now, what I want you to do is click on the gear icon. So top right-hand corner, the gear icon, click on that. Okay, there's 2 important settings here. Okay, 2 important settings here on the gear icon. The first one, I'm just going to show it to you. We're not going to change it, but I want you to click on this, sign me out. This is like security purposes, right? Meaning that it signs you out of Azure portal after 30 minutes. I tried 15 minutes for a while because I was sensitive about security. And what I found is it just caused too many problems. I kept coming back and it kept being logged off. So I picked 30 minutes. This is a pro tip for you. That's pro tip 1, okay? 30 minutes works out. Okay, now, what I want you to do is where you see fly out and docked, I want you to click on the docked. Michael, I'm going to mute you. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Click on docked. Okay. And what's going to happen is this portal menu is going to come up over here on the left-hand side. That's what you want to have. Okay. This is the pro tip number 2. And then what I like to do underneath the docked on the right-hand side, there's a little blue, like a contrast theme. I like to check that. I don't think it's blue. I think it's black, but they seem to think it's blue. But I like this because I have my portal menu that I'm going to be using a lot whenever I'm doing any stuff. And then I have my production instance that's here in the white. Okay. This is how we set it up at Microsoft. All right, there we go. Okay. Next, we have our bell notifications. Okay. So the bell icon, this is awesome. I love this. I check this all the time. And what this does is, as I'm deploying different resources, and you'll see this today, I'll show it to you. This will tell you the status of the deployment. And, when it's done, it'll say, hey, let's go ahead and go to the resource when it's done, right? So that's really, really cool thing here. I love this button. Pro tip number 3, we use this a lot. Okay. It tells the status. All right, let's click out of that. Now, the next one over from the bell icon, left of the bell icon, is your directory and subscriptions. Now, many of you, when you click on this, are only going to see one. Me, I've got 2 different subscriptions in here, so I see my directory. I can snap into any one of these if I just click on the button. So now subscriptions, you can do this. There's a couple different trains of thought when it comes to subscriptions. One is, okay, well, I'm going to have one subscription and all of my stuff is going to go in there. And that's okay if you're doing some small. If you have a small business, you have not a small business, but a small, medium-sized business, but when you have multiple workloads, okay, you have SQL servers that are going to be chewing up a lot of resources, right? And maybe you have a platform as a service, you're hosting your website, right? And that gets a lot of traffic. And then you have your virtual machine and compute. My suggestion is you have separate subscriptions for them, because you want to put limits on certain subscriptions, you don't want all of a sudden like your SQL server goes crazy and your $1,000 a month turns into $18,000. So you got to put limits, right, on some of these things. But if you do that and you have your other virtual machines within the same subscription, it's going to limit your use of those. So sometimes it's a good idea to segment those things out. Just want to let you know. It's pro tip number, 4. I'm going to lose tips. I'm going to lose track of the tips. But so you have that. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. Now, this is a very important one. This is called Cloud Shell. Okay, so click on Cloud Shell. We're not going to do anything with this, but I want you to click on it because I want to talk to you about different ways to deploy things to Azure. So when you're deploying items to Azure, there's 3 different ways to do so. Okay, one is using the portal, which we're going to do today. It's great. It's got wizards in there. It's not going to allow us to mess up. Okay, you cannot create a Frankenstein situation. Because the portal, it's awesome. There's a second way. Okay, it's using Cloud Shell, and that's either using PowerShell or Bash. PowerShell is for virtual machines. Bash language is for platform as a service, YAML. We're doing like application coding. Okay, so you can actually do everything via code. You can, if you're a great coder and you want to type it all up, you just love that stuff. You like the control of it. You like the aspect of that. Yeah, you go through that. You go through Cloud Shell. Okay. Now the third way to do this is through an application editor such as Visual Studio. Right, Visual Studio. Visual Studio is something that's on your desktop. Let's say you're creating an application, and basically you connect that application to the Azure portal on your desktop. You do all your stuff there, right? Coding, all that stuff. So there's 3 different ways of doing it. Okay, one is less control, more control, maximum control. Okay, that's kind of how it works out. But less complicated, more complicated, super complicated. That's basically the way of looking at it. Okay, so let's go ahead and exit out of this. Okay, now this is our first exercise here. I want you to click on the search bar. I love the search bar. And I'd like everybody to type in AVA. Okay, does anybody here know what the difference between the services and the marketplace is, by any chance? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no, we don't know what that difference is, and that's fine. So the reason why Microsoft has gotten so big, okay, so fast, is because it's open source and they're allowing people to create applications that make the core applications go faster, bigger, quicker. So in Microsoft, there's 12 main programs for Azure, 12 main ones. Under the 12, there's 178 secondary workloads that you can do. Under the 178, there's 862 tertiary workloads that you can do. It's phenomenally crazy how big it's gotten. Okay, so let me show you something. So when you typed in AVA, why I asked you to type in AVA was that it brings up the first three letters of something, right? So I want to do availability sets. Okay, so touch, but this, so everything on the left-hand side are services that Microsoft has created for Azure. On the right-hand side are services that other ISV organizations, and ISV are called independent software vendors. These are people who create software or applications to make these go faster or better or quicker or more efficient. You'd see that over in the marketplace. Here, it doesn't really give us a whole lot to kind of really look at, right, that we kind of even understand. But these are the things that, when it says marketplace, this is where you go to find things that make things go faster, okay, or better. Now, what I also like that is documentation. Look over here in documentation, availability options, regions. These are cool things to be able to look at when you want to learn about availability sets. See right here, availability options for Azure virtual machines. It'll take us, so we can, let's see, open, link a new window, and it gives us, oh, cool, I can learn about availability sets. Oh, wow, that's pretty awesome, right? So you can do that. It's kind of cool. All right, so so why don't you type in VIR and see what do you get? Let's get some feedback from the group. What do they see?
Virtual networks, virtual machines, virtual clusters.
Yeah, right. It's a lot more on this one, right? A lot more when we typed in further than the AVA. And these are other things in the marketplace and documentation. So it's really cool stuff. Awesome. Good job. Good job. Okay, so this is a great way to just go strictly and find something really quickly if you need to. Okay, it's a very, very powerful search engine, especially if you get lost in here. All right, so let's move to the left. This over here is your portal menu. Okay, really important and an easy way to navigate. So the first button we want to choose, click on, please click on the plus button. It says create a resource. And when you're in creating a resource, this one's changed a little bit. This used to be the start for everything. However, what we're finding is that there's a lot of the marketplace has been included in here. But let's say we want to start with a virtual machine. We could go to compute, click on compute, and we could click on a virtual machine if we wanted to, right? Or we could click on networking, right? Well, virtual network used to be number one up here, but now, as you can see, when you click on networking, these are all organizations that have created something that makes networking go faster, quicker, better. Okay, that's the thing, is understanding that. All right, so so what we're going to do today is actually, we're not going to be using this button very much at all, but I just wanted to show it to you. Okay, click on the home button. That's going to bring us back to home. This is where our home was. Okay, all right. Now I want you to click on dashboard. This is so cool. I love this one. This is what we use. We don't use the home button. We use the dashboard whenever we're inside of our tenants. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do, as you can see in here, it says no resources to display. It's got my time. It probably looks different on your screen, right, than it does on mine. But what I want you to do is I want you to find a white area anywhere. Mine is to bottom right. Find it right and right click. Okay. And when you right click, I want you to push edit. Okay. Now, what you can do with edit, this is so cool. You can actually move things around that you actually like to see better. You can move things around and say, you know, I want to do my quick tasks. I want to have that there. I want to have service health here. Okay. Maybe I have a marketplace there, but then I can go to the right and I can pick tiles that they have in here. We can do an application map. Okay. We have to configure that tile, but we want the application map. Maybe the resource graph map in there, right? And then we can kind of look at, maybe we're going to put some videos in here, you know, for later on so we can watch some stuff. Okay, so done. And, you know, we could do, maybe we wanted the marketplace. I think we already have the marketplace in there, but we'll just put that there. And then when we're done, we can go to save. Now, as you can see, I've manipulated my dashboard to make it easy, but the main ones that I have in here is all resources and resource groups. These are my two ones that I have. Very easy to then navigate to whatever you need to navigate to. All right, time, marketplace, cool. Actually, why don't we do this? Can everybody find their service health heart button? Mine's up the top right. Yours should be down to the bottom left, I think, in the default menu. Go ahead and click on that. Okay. So why I like this, from time to time, look, no one's perfect, nothing's perfect, some things happen. There are outages or delays or things that are happening. And so what service health allows you to do, it allows you to kind of take a look at, take a look at you know, all the different data center regions and see if there's anything that's being affected, right? Is there any issue coming up? And if there was, there would be a red dot here, you know, a red dot for whatever is happening. But you can take a look at, you know, we can do Microsoft Azure, we can do regions if we wanted to. So let's say we don't want to select all, we just wanted Australia Central, right? Okay. And then it's going to take us to Australia Central down here. Yeah, I wish you could make it bigger, right? But if we just want to do action groups, we can make it, and there's no service issues found. So kind of cool, just in case you're kind of wondering. Let's go ahead and exit out of this one here, top right-hand corner. Okay. Now, let's direct our attention back over to the left-hand side where it says all services. So right underneath dashboard, all services. I call this the hamburger button. I think I was really hungry one day and I looked at this and I thought bun, meat, bun, right? It was a hamburger, right? So there's a thing, all services. Please click on the all services. Now, this is where I love to go to find anything. Okay, I love this. I love this. It's exciting. Well, I mean, exciting as Azure can be, but it's exciting to me. Okay, the reason why I like this is because it puts things in categories. It tells you some of the featured ones. It tells you about the free training and getting to know Azure. So I'd like everybody to click on, let's go to compute. So click on compute. Now anything that has to do with compute, virtual machines, function apps, is going to be in this category. Disks, right? Kubernetes services, cloud services, apps, cloud simple, function apps. These are awesome. Okay, but let's go to networking because we want to create a virtual network. Wow, when we click on networking, virtual networks, right? Network watcher, okay, network security groups, DNS zones, virtual WANs, these different things there. Okay. All right, next, let's like look at storage. So these are like, you're going to be different storage accounts, right? Or let's go over to where's data and AI machine learning. Ooh, Azure Synapse Analytics, machine learning, genomics accounts. Wait, is that how you say it? Genomic, I can't say it. Bot services, all these different things. Okay, so this is awesome. But one pro tip here, okay? The search function is awesome because you can just search, you can just type in VIR, right? Same thing, virtual networks, right? But here's a pro tip. If you're in compute, or no, if you're in, let's say you're in web, okay? And then you're looking for your virtual machine. Look at this, there's nothing, right? It doesn't come up. It's because you are in this category, the web category. But if you're in overview and you typed in VIR, there you go. We found this mistake like a year ago, you know, and we were like, so we tell everybody about this one. Okay, so that's the all services. Now, there's a little waffle icon, green waffle. Let's click on that. These are all resources. So you don't see anything in here right now, right? Okay. But what's going to happen is as we start deploying a whole bunch of stuff, you're going to see a whole bunch of things in there. Okay. This is where going to be all your resources. Okay. All right. All your resources. Now we're going to get to the last button that we're going to do, and we're actually going to get started in the class. So the tour is going to be over here in a second. And the next one is going to be resource groups. Okay. So now we have resource groups, and this is what it is. Okay, who here can tell me what a resource group is, or give me some idea of what a resource group is? Frank, do you want to take a stab at it since you're sort of doing fundamentals?
Well, I haven't even really started, but I'll take a guess. I guess it's a way to create some type of resources.
Okay, good start. Very good start. Okay, let me explain it in like a layperson's terms. Okay, imagine you're building a skyscraper, right? Okay, and you have all these materials on the ground. You have a lot of equipment on the ground. You have a lot of people on the ground, but you don't have a fence. What happens to things? They either get stolen, I know, but things get disorganized, right? Like, well, where are things, right? Where are these things? So what a resource group is imagine now you have all that stuff, but instead of no fence, you put a fence around it. Okay, you put a fence around the building. Well, you know, the machines are important and the materials are important, but what you're doing is you're building a building. Okay, so what we need to do is have a resource. We need to have a fence around our building so we know where our stuff is. So we can cost account. All of a sudden, you know, 45 pieces of lumber were just missing, right? And all of a sudden, like, what the heck, right? You have a resource group to organize and to make sure you have thoughts. Marie, did you have any thoughts?
No.
Okay, okay, great. So that's what a resource group is. Does that make sense to the folks here? Anyone just give me a yes or good to go?
Yes,
okay.
It does make sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So that's our fundamental first step. Okay, that's what we do. Fundamentally, that's what we're going to do. Every time we're doing something, you create a resource group for what you're doing. Okay, so let's go to this. Let's go to the add button over here, top left-hand corner. Click on add. Okay, so what this is, these are called blades. So this is a blade. Each page is a blade. You're going to see a lot of references to this in MicrosoftDocs.com, any type of researching. Okay, they're going to say open the blade. And you're like, what the heck is the blade? Well, it's just a page. Okay, so this is a blade. And now this is also called a wizard. So we go from left to right. Okay, this one's simple. But when we get to virtual machine, we're going to have like 10 different categories that we have to complete to push it through. Okay, so right here we are our basics. So what I want to make sure everyone says Microsoft Azure under subscription, and then we're going to give our resource group a name. So what I'd like you to do is take the first name, your persona, okay, whoever you've been assigned. So it could be Arnold or whatever. I'm going to put in Sherman RSG. Okay, that's my name, so I have it, but you have your own assigned name. So it could be Sylvester or Arnold. But make sure you put RSG at the end of it. So that stands for resource group. I always like to capitalize it. That's a pro tip number 6, maybe, or 7. Okay, and then your region. Anybody? I'll go ahead and just explain the region for you. You always want to make sure that the region is closest to your corporate office. Okay, that's what you want. And the reason why is latency. Okay, the further away you are, you know, the signal can kind of break down a little bit, right? So you want it closest to. Plus, also there's cost. Okay, cost, right? It costs money to go longer, right? So a couple of things. So we're going to leave this one blank today, or excuse me, default. So that we're going to go to next. Click on. So you can click on tags up here, or you can click on tags down here. So let's click on tags. Okay. Now in tags, we're not going to do those today. That's a 30-minute class. Okay. But let me just explain to you real quick. What tags going to do is help you create reference points and cost justification for things. You tag things, right? So they can be grouped into easier ways to monitor them and to cost justify them. Today, every time we're going to leave it blank. So then let's just click on review and create. Now, when you click on review and create, okay, it's going to do a validation. This one's automatic because it's like that, right? No problem. But it'll do usually some dots, and then it'll say validation passed. When the validation is passed, then you push create. So go ahead and push create. And what this does, it makes sure that you don't create a Frankenstein deployment of any resource. Okay, basically it'll say nope, it's not passed, right? So okay, cool. All right. So you should see in your resource group, it should be your first name and RSG. Okay, this is our first exercise. Please just go to the text window, type in GTG, or just let me know, and we'll move forward. Okay, Frank's good. Martin's good.
Hey, Sherman, I think we should also just put up the quick poll. We're just a little late on that, on everyone's experience.
Oh, hey.
I'll launch it just to go up there, guys. It'll be in the Teams window just so we could see where everyone is. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I got excited. Sometimes I forget. Yeah, so you can just go ahead and click on that. So I'll click on one myself. Okay. So we have a few beginners, a couple intermediates, and I voted myself as advanced. So, all right.
So we're good.
We're good. Okay, good. That helps me understand some things too. I'm trying to go slow. Sometimes I talk fast, so please raise your hand if you need me to slow down. Okay, I just want to make sure that we all get there. Okay. All right. Okay. So our next critical movement is we're going to create a virtual network. Okay, that's very. So why don't we go over to all services? Okay. When you click on all services on the left-hand side, you're actually going to see virtual networks. Awesome. Let's go ahead and create that. We click on that, and then you're going to get to, says, well, we're listing all of your virtual networks, but you don't have any yet. Okay, so let's go to, you can use the add button, or you can do create a virtual network down here. I'll just click on the blue. And once again, we have a new wizard. Okay. Okay, okie dokie, awesome. So here, let's go ahead and do this. So the first thing is our subscription. Okay, this is a second fundamental building block. We need to create an actual virtual network for our virtual machines. Okay, that's really, really important. All right, so over here, we have our resource groups. I want you to click down. And then, as you can see here, these are the resource groups that have been created. So I'm going to do Sherman. Okay. Now, did everybody else get a chance to create a resource group? I think we're missing a few. Marie, did you get a chance to, or Marionette?
No, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to.
Do you want me to help you through it, please?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to share your screen?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me show you something. I can show you. So do you see where it? Oops, I can't show you if I just turned it off. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So do you see my screen here? Do you see where I'm yeah, look at your screen, okay, or the meeting screen. And
okay.
Okay. Now you see on the top it says sharing options. So I'm going to stop it, but this is where you're going to go to share your screen. Okay, you'll click on there, and then you'll just pick your screen, and this way I can see where you're at.
I'm sorry, can you show that again, because the poll was up.
Oh, okay. So on your Teams platform, there on the top right-hand corner, there should be a sharing icon. See where my finger is going rolling over?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to push X because I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And then I want you to click on that. And then when you click on that, there'll be a tray at the bottom, and you just click on your screen, okay? And then yours will come up, and then I'll be able to guide you. Okay.
Let's see.
All right. And then Karine, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. And Andre, good morning. Michael, have you gotten a chance to give Karine and Andre the credentials or get them
I think
in?
everyone had credentials last night, so I think
Okay.
we're good with that. While you're doing this, I'll just put up just one of the other polls about embrace the cloud, so we know where we're going.
Okay. Oh, there's Marie. Oh, perfect. Good job, Marie. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Marie, go to the left-hand side where it says the portal menu on your left-hand side, and then go down to resource groups. It's underneath the waffle. Keep going down, but there you go. Click on that. Okay, now click on the plus sign, it says add. Okay, there you go. Resource group. Click on, type in your Segal, S-E-G-A-L, RSG. All right, and press review and create. And now create. Boom, you're done. Okay, now go over to all services. Right above all, yeah, there you go. And click on virtual networks. Oh, it's to the right. It's actually an icon to the right, right below that. Oh, you're there. Go down, left, left, left. Two more. There you go. Click. Then go to add. All right, now do the resource group, where it says resource group. You're gonna do a drop down to the blank area to the right. There you go, there you go. You select Segal. Boom, now you're with us. Okay. How about Karine or just wanna catch them up here. Do you need some help getting started? Are you in the portal?
Okay, yes, I do need some help getting started. Where do I go?
Okay, did you go to azure.com and you have to sign in with the credentials you're provided?
Azure.com. Hold on, please.
Now, Marie, can you go to the top right-hand corner and stop sharing? No, on your team, on the Teams environment, not there. But you're good, Marie. You're right on track now.
Okay, I'm at Azure.com. Where do I go?
Okay, you're gonna go to log. Or can you share your screen, Karine?
Hold on 1 second. Let me get that. 1 second. Hold on. Is this the one? Yeah. Are you able to see it?
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, go to sign in, top right-hand corner.
Okay.
Top right-hand, there you go. Okay, no, you take that, delete that and put in the credentials that you're provided.
Okay, delete the sign in right here.
Yes, delete that.
Where was the credentials provided to me?
They were in an email, but I can give you one.
Okay.
Try, let's see. How about Nicole at azuredirect.com. So Nicole
at Azure
direct.com.
Okay.
Okay, and then your password is going to be capital A, so it's going to be active user, so ACTIVE.
ACTIVE.
User.
Okay.
1 2.
Oops, sorry, I was too fast.
Oh yeah, no, 1 2, and then an exclamation mark. So active user.
Active user 1 2.
Yeah. Bang, with an exclamation mark point.
Exclamation mark. 1 second. Yep.
Okay, sign in.
All right.
Say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone, we're going to do this real quick. I'll get it right through it. Okay, so now, remember when it says log in, there's a little says portal, top right-hand corner, right next to it says, okay, click on portal, please.
Okay.
Okay. Come on.
Okay, now.
And hello. And now.
Oh, God, it doesn't want to move.
What does it say? I can't read
It says
that.
portal azure.com sign in index.
Oh, no. Okay, refresh your screen.
All right. Let's go back there. All right, get that out. Go back to the Azure website. Okay. Azure.com. Okay, I'm still signed in. Okay, so go to portal again. Okay.
Yes. We'll be back on track, everyone, just in just a second.
I'm still doing that.
Michael, what do you think? Do you have a different browser we can go into? Use the the Edge browser, bottom of your screen.
Okay, yep. Okay.
Okay, just go to azure.com.
Okay. All right. Sign in again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, actually, sign in into Corinne. So.
Yeah, you want to sign out of that though. You don't want to be in.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
Sign out. Okay. Okay. Sign in. Nicole.
Use another account.
Use another account. Nicole.
Yep.
Okay. At
AzureDirect.com.
Azure Direct. Okay. Password is
active user 1
active
2.
user. Active user 1
2 and then an exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. Oh, didn't go through. Hold on.
Capital A.
Active user. One, two. Okay. All right. No. Oh.
It's active user 1 2 and the exclamation mark.
User 1 2 exclamation mark. Okay, did it. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Portal.
There's the portal. Okay, nice. It's working. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay, you're in a good spot. Okay, left-hand side, go to all services and on the portal, very top. There you go. Click on that. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Click on, yeah, over here on the right-hand side, resource groups. Thank you. Resource groups first. We'll do that really quick. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go to create.
Create.
Okay. And type in Nicole RSG.
Right here.
Yep.
Nicole.
And then capital R, capital R, capital S, and capital G.
Capital G. Okay.
Okay. And then go down and push review create, but you have that, yeah, get rid of that.
Okay. Right there. Okay.
Okay. Review and create.
Okay.
Okay. Push create again.
Okay.
Okay, what we did is we just created a fence around what we're going to be building here today. So you're good. Now we're going to be, you're almost caught up here. Go back to all services.
All services. Okay.
A little bit higher.
Actually, all okay.
There you go. And type, so it says virtual networks. It's right underneath virtual machines. Click. Awesome. Okay, I think we're all at the same place now. Anybody
Okay.
else need any help?
Okay, excellent.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'm going to take control. Okay, and
All right, and I'll stop sharing.
yeah, I got it. I took
Oh,
control. Okay.
okay, good.
So awesome. Okay, so we are here. Thank you everybody for being patient. We're actually at virtual networks. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to create a virtual network, okay, for our stuff. So what we want to do is give it a name. So in instance details, I'm going to put in demo lab vnet 1. Okay, that's going to be the name. And you notice when I put it in there, it's going to give me a little check mark. Awesome. Okay. Now we need to go over to IP addresses. Okay, so you're going to click right next to this basics, click on IP addresses. Okay, now what we're going to do here, we're going to change the IP address. Okay, we're going to change it to 10.2.0.0/24. Okay, and then we're going to delete the old one. That old one seems to have more problems. So we're going to create our first, this is going to be our IP address for our virtual network. Okay. Now we need to add a subnet. Can anybody here tell me the reason we'd add a subnet to our virtual net? Or any thoughts on it? On what a subnet is? Okay. Let's go ahead and click on a subnet. I'll explain it to you. So sometimes you want to put a ring fence. It's basically a sub network, right? You want to put a resource into that subnet, or you want to only allow access to certain people to certain portions of your virtual network. This is why we're creating a subnet. Okay, so here, type in demo lab subnet. Okay, all right. And then underneath that, we're going to go 10.2.0/26. Okay. 10.2.0. Now, what's interesting about this, so I'm going to let people kind of catch up here, is if I was to do, let's see, 1.1, look what it tells me. Well, it's not a valid CEDAR block. Okay, so okay, we're going to go 20.29. Oh, that works. Okay, but I'm going to do 26. Okay, so I only want 59 plus 5. Any questions?
What is the IP address we're using?
We're using over here 10.2.0.024.
0.24. Okay.
Okay, and then you go down over here to subnet, click on subnet, and then you come over here, and we're going to give it a subnet name, and then a subnet address.
Okay.
And then we go down to the bottom, push add. Okay.
Okay.
So awesome. Let's go to the next one. Okay, click on security. Now, security, we're going to leave these things standard, right? Default. We're not going to click on anything in security. However, if you're creating a platform as a service, you know, like shopping carts, whatnot, something that's going to get a lot of traffic, and you could be a political target, you'd want to enable DDoS protection. You know, it already comes with DDoS protection, but the standard is actually supposed to be the advanced. It's kind of a weird thing. Or firewall, you can enable Azure Firewall if you want to, but we're not going to do anything here. Next, we're going to click on tags, but we're not going to do any tags. And then we're going to get to review and create. Okay, so when we click on review and create, remember, you see that validation was kind of going there? Let's go ahead and click on create. Okay, so this is our second temperature check. Want to make sure. Paul, you have a question? Sorry, I missed that. Sorry.
That's okay, Sherman. Thanks. I'm getting an error after creating the subnet that I'm required to select a service. I didn't see that.
Okay, you want to share your screen real quick?
I do. Stand by. Can you see?
It's coming up.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so let's minimize that. Are you there, Paul?
I am.
Okay, minimize. I only see the Teams. I see you're sharing the Teams screen.
Oh, hell. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just go back to share, or stop sharing and then go back. Yeah, and you'll be okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then go back. And select the desktop.
That's what I did before. There we go.
Hey, okay. All right. Okay, so let me maximize this. Okay, demo lab subnet. Okay, you're missing the subnet address range. You're missing the 2. So you have 10.0.0.0. So it needs to be 10.2. 10.2.0 / 26.
Oops.
There you go. And then add.
Awesome.
Boom, shakalaka. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Sorry about that.
No, that's great. That's what we're here for. All right, I'll take control again.
Okay.
I'm having issue with the subnet also.
Oh, okay. Did you what is it saying?
It's basically my subnet name is Demo Lab.
Yep.
And the subnet address is 10.2.0 / 26.
You're missing a 0. So it's 10.2.0.0 / 26.
I see. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me take the screen again. All right. Okay, so the deployment is complete. Everybody else, are we good to go? If you guys could just, let's see, did everyone put in there? Good to go? Good, okay.
One moment.
Okay, while we're kind of waiting, let's do this. Let's see.
I have validation fail.
Okay, what is the IP address that you have on your screen on the left-hand side? Do you have 10.2.0.0?
One moment.
Your main IP address. We're going to put a poll up while we're working on this.
The IP address I had was 10.0.0.0 / 16.
No. So
it should be 20. It should be 24.
No, it should. So delete that one, and the new one is going to be 10.2.0.0 / 24.
Okay.
And then delete the other one.
Okay.
All right. So is implementation of a multi-cloud strategy why you're interested in learning more about Azure? So let's go ahead and vote on the poll.
10.2. It's not going to.
Okay. Marie, do you want to share your screen again?
Yes.
So virtual networks are a fundamental, piece of this, right? We've got to make sure that we have this correct. We want to make sure that we can segment our network for people or programs. Okay, that's really what it comes down to. Do you want to share your screen, Marie? I can walk you through it.
1 second.
I'm also having trouble with the IP address, and I don't know what's going on. I put a 10.2.0.0 /24//24, but it's not going through.
No, only one slash. Only one
Yeah,
slash.
I only have one slash, but I don't know why is it not going through.
Okay. Who would like to share their screen first?
And then
Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet. No,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, is this me? No, that's it. Will you see mine?
Oh, I got Marie. Okay, let me do Marie's first here.
All right.
Okay, Marie, 10. So that one's fine. Go back to your left. Yeah, scroll up a little bit. Okay, so yeah, we needed to delete one of those. So go to the right. Actually, there's a delete button to the right of that. Click out of this, delete the subnet, or just close the subnet. Okay, so see the delete button? To the right, up to the right. There you go. No, not that one. No, that one right there. So you have 10.2. Okay, perfect. Now go to subnet. Okay. Demo lab subnet name. Okay, that's good. Lab subnet. Okay. Now attach 10.2. No, 10.2 or 10.0. Wait, 10.2. Yeah, 2.0.0/26. There you go. You're fine. You're done. You're good.
Okay, thank you.
Go to security. Okay. That's Marie. Karine?
Yes?
Do you want to share your screen real quick?
Okay, let's try it again. This is my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
It's blank.
It's blank. Oh,
there it goes. There it goes. Okay. But I only see your Teams screen.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Let me minimize that.
Let me go back into here.
Yeah, push X. Okay, stop sharing and then reshare again.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Reshare and then pick your desktop.
All right. Is it the Azure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Demo lab.
Okay.
Subnet.
There we go. Here we go. Are you able to see me now?
It's coming up here. Hold on.
Okay. I'm at the create virtual network section.
Nope, I can't see it. You have to share again.
Just 1 second, please. 1 minute. Let's share again. Like that. Okay.
Pick your desktop or your
Screen 1? No.
Yes. Well, wherever the Azure portal is on.
Now it's actually the color is blue, so I think this is it.
There you go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you have 10.2.0.0. Okay, 24. You're good there. Push add a subnet.
Okay.
Down below, right in the middle. There you go. Click on that.
Okay.
Push subnet name is Demo Lab subnet.
Which one is that?
Subnet
Demo Lab?
Yeah, Demo Lab.
Okay.
That's good. Now, subnet range is 10.2.
10.2.0.
0.0/26.
26. Okay.
Push add.
Add. Okay.
Bottom, on the bottom.
Hold on.
Blue button. You're very close. You had it. Bottom,
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was covered.
And then review and create, and then push create. Okay, go back to basics.
Basic. Okay.
Okay. Oh, the resource group. Click down on the resource group.
Right here?
Yeah, to the right. Yeah, to the right of that. No. Go back. There you go. To the right, little drop down.
Right there?
Yeah, and then select yours. Yours
Mine.
is
Okay. Nicole. And
then put demo lab VNet.
Lab.
Yeah.
VNet?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and put review and create.
All right. Thank you.
And then create.
Create.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, we made it. Okay, I
Yes.
take control. Okay.
All
Thank you
right.
everyone for being patient. Okay, so now our next step here is we're going to go and create an availability set. Okay, so let's go over to all services. Okay. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Let's go to the search bar on the very top, search bar, and type in AVA. Remember we did that before? AVA. Okay. And then let's click on availability sets. Search bar, AVA, availability sets, and then when you're in this blade, top left-hand corner or the blue button, push create availability set. Okay. Now, what an availability set is, it's the ability to have virtual machines set aside on different network devices. So in the event that some network device went down, you have another virtual machine that's ready and available to be updated. Also for updating. So one of the things that we provide and talk about is always creating a secondary VM, right? That you're using for updates, right? But it doesn't have to be turned on, so you're not making a cost out of it, but you want to have it inside an availability set. So now, remember, we have a resource group first, then we created a virtual network. Now we're going to create an availability set. They're all going to go into the resource group. So right here, we're on basics, subscription. Let's go down to resource group, click on resource group, and select your resource group. I'm going to put Sherman RSG, okay?
Hey Sherman, I'm sorry, but I put ABA and I'm not getting that.
In the search window?
Correct.
Okay, type in once again AVA, and you should see availability sets.
Under home, right? Or all services?
No, I'm going to the top, very top, the search bar on the very, very top of the portal. Look at my screen.
Right.
Okay, right there, and put in AVA, just like me. And then you should see availability sets.
I don't have that. What I get is like under services, I get Azure database, SQL database.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's go to all services. Okay, go to all services and then type in AVA under the filter, and you should see availability sets. Do you see that?
Yeah, let me see.
You get that?
No. You want me to share my screen really fast?
Yes, please.
Or see if you're logged in up top into the Azure Direct portal.
Yeah, I'm logged in.
Okay, just share real quick. We got you. We're going to land the plane. I still got the time here. As you can see, this is kind of complicated sometimes. So here we go. All right. Okay, you're in. Go to your search bar, very top. There you go. Type in AVA. Oh wow, look. AVA with a V, Apple Victor, not BA.
Okay, my fault.
There you go. Availability sets. Boom. Okay. Push create new or add new. There you go. Okay. You're
It's
good.
that California accent.
I wonder sometimes if I have one. Maybe I do. Okay, so we're here. Go down to resource group. You're going to say create your resource group, right? You're going to select yours. And then we're going to give it an actual name here. And the name is going to be AVA set 1. Okay. We're going to keep that. The region is East US. Fault domains and update domains. So fault domains, virtual machines in the same fault domain share a common power source and physical network switch. So this is why we don't have one domain. We're going to have 2 fault domains, right? And we're going to keep our so that if one set of network goes down, it then defaults to the other, right? And there's also update domains. So if there's, we're going to leave it at 5 just in case there's updates to the servers and the software. So we'll leave it at that. We're going to leave use managed disks to aligned. Okay. This is quick, so we're going to click on advanced. There's nothing in advanced that we're going to click on. We're going to click on tags. There's nothing in tags. Now, I'm doing this because this is the right way of doing it. You always want to, even if you're not going to do it, this is just the correct way, okay? Then go to review and create. It's going to run final validation, validation passed, and we're going to push create. Okay. Now you'll see deployment in progress. Now, when you are good to go, please go to the window and put in GTG. Good to go. All right, Martin. All right, thank you. All right. Frank's good. Okay. Marie, are you good?
Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm not good to go.
Okay.
Are you able to see my screen?
Not just yet. So Paul's good. Okay. Okay, so, okay, go to add and go to, okay, resource group on the right-hand side. No, on the right. Oh, go back. Oh, you go back to AVA. Add, please, add this. Okay, now on the wizard, on the right-hand side, keep going, there you go, go down. Okay, says, see that, use that drop down. Okay, all right, and select. You're Nicole, right? Are you Nicole or who are?
I'm not Nicole, I believe I'm.
Segal, okay.
Yeah, Segal.
Okay, scroll down. Okay, AVA set 1. Okay, and then go to review and create. Okay, so create, go ahead and push create. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna actually guide Kareen on this one. So you guys follow Kareen's screen, okay? So we can do this together, okay? So I got you, Kareen. Or Marie, I'm sorry. All right, so now that we have this deployment is complete, now what we're going to do is our next step is going to be doing a virtual machine. So on the left-hand side, all services, please go to all services on your portal menu. Okay, click on that. Okay, all services. Now we're going to click on virtual machines. Go ahead and click on that virtual machine button. Okay, and then we're going to add a virtual machine. So push add. Okay. All right. Okay, so now this is another wizard, right? So it says basic, disks, networking, management, advanced tags, and review and create. Okay, so on the right-hand side, I want you to go, no, go to the right, keep going. There you go. All right, so now we want to go down to our resource group. Let's go ahead and select our resource group. Okay. As always, remember, we're putting it inside of our resource group, right? We're putting our virtual machine inside that fence, right? Okay, now I want you to type in demo lab VM01. Okay. Next is the region. We're going to leave that alone. Okay, so now I want you to scroll down just a little bit, please. Okay, now the next one underneath that, it says availability options. This is really important thing to note, okay? What this is, very good. So click on availability set. Because remember, we just created an availability set. So create an availability set. And then the next drop down, okay, underneath availability set. No, not that one, one above that one. There you go. Oh, one below. There you go. Okay, that one is, remember it says AVA set? We created that, right? Click on AVA set. Okay, because what we're doing here, okay, is we're telling the VM that we want to put the VM inside the availability set. right? Which is inside the network, which is inside that resource group. So we're telling it, okay, you're attached to this availability set just in case it goes up and down. Okay, awesome. Now let's talk about the next thing. Click on the next one down. That's the image. Okay, just click on that. I just want to show you something. So everybody take a look at this. So when you're looking at this, if you notice, this is Windows Data Center 2019, right? This is what we're going to do today. But you can see all the Linux-based servers that are available to you, right? So it's really cool, right? And you can do all different types in here, so you can see all images. Right now, we're just going to do a demo of Windows Server Data Center, okay? All right, let's click out of that. We're good. Now click on the downward, okay, wait, no. Actually, below that, where it says See All Sizes, right below the red box, there's a little things to see all sizes. Okay, I want you to click, I want everybody to click on this, okay? Now, the reason why I want you to do this is the biggest mistake just about 90% of people make. Now, you're in great hands that you're with Michael Goldstein and his company, because Michael Goldstein and LAN Infotech, they are a managed partner for Microsoft, so they have the highest rated certifications. They don't make these mistakes, but let me tell you what happens. Most people say, okay, I want to take my server and I want to just make it like for like. Okay, I want to make sure that I have so many CPUs, so much RAM, and so much data disks, right? And big mistake, because all of a sudden you have a bill for $10,000. And you're like, what the heck? Why did I do it? Well, you did it wrong, okay? Because it's not supposed to be built that way. You always want to start with a proof of concept first. So if you could do me a favor, on the if you look at the left-hand side, it says DS1, B1, DS2. These are small general purpose starts. Okay, these are just starts, right? But let's scroll down here on the right-hand side. There's a little scroll button to scroll down. I want to show you the other, no, to the right. There you go. Yeah, scroll down a little bit. Okay, now keep going just a little bit further. All right. Okay, stop right there. Perfect. Okay, so good job, by the way. So here, okay, you have, let's say you want to do for memory, right? High performance or high throughput. So look where it says E series. There's an E series V4 on the left-hand side. If you scroll over to the left, there's an arrow next to E series, a little arrow there. Click on that. Now, if you do that and scroll down just a tiny bit, you're going to see that these VMs, look how much RAM they have just to start, right? So these are memory intensive. So every workload is different. And this is why it's so important to work with somebody who understands what they're doing. Because if you have memory intensive workloads, but then you provision something else that's more about CPU power, well, it just doesn't work. And it just does not work. So you gotta be really, really careful, okay? Plus, the higher you go, the more expensive it is. So let's go back up to the top, scroll back up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna go back to D4V3. So D4V3, now I want you to write this down. Okay, this is where you always start. You always start with a D4V3 because it allows you to do availability sets. It's a little bit bigger than just the super basic one. So click on that. Okay. Double click. Okay, and then you can exit out of this, that little X right there. To the right, top right. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we have that. Does anybody have any questions on that, on size? Okay, awesome. Good. So, okay. So now next we're going to give it a username. So I want you, the username is going to be demo user, all underscore. Okay.
Hey, Sherman, can I interrupt for just 1 second? I have a, oh, you have it too, a price unavailable. I didn't know if that was normal. I apologize.
Yeah, no, sometimes it is available and sometimes it isn't. It's a weird thing. I wish it always told us. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't.
So what I would say on that, just as a pretense, remember that, the whole Azure service is a pay-as-you-go kind of model. So for those of you that are clients that purchase through LAN, we tell you pricing up front and we help you provision some of these. So this is just like, when you walk into, well, if you go online to bmw.com, there's 1s, 3s, 5s, 7s, there's 4s. Each one of these CPUs, each one of these sizes have a different price set. And also, if you play around in the regions, when Sherman had talked about, hey, you might want to be, in the East Coast, or you might have something in the West Coast, not all machines are available on each different data center. So,
right. Thank you, Michael.
So I put the password in the meeting chat. It's basically password with a capital P. So PASSWORD .1 bang bang, which is 2 exclamation marks. Okay, and then you have to do it again. And make sure that you don't delineate, because we're going to need this to get into the machine when we deploy it. PASSWORD.1 exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay, awesome. So your passwords aren't matching. Capital PASSWORD dot 1 exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay. There you go. Okay, so we're going to allow selected ports for our inbound port rules, RDP 3389, no problem. And then the last thing over here, I just want to talk about this really quick. This is called the Azure Hybrid Benefit. So if you currently have Windows Server environments right now in your office, and you have software assurance, then your Azure spend is going to go down by about 40%, okay? And the other beautiful thing about this is if you have an old, let's say Windows Data Center 2009 or something like that, you can now download the latest copy on top of it without having to pay for a new CAL. So it's kind of like a double doozy. Like, it's great, right? If you have an old server and you have software assurance, well, now we're going to reduce this cost significantly, and you'll be able to download the latest and greatest copy. Okay, let's click on disks next, please. That's in the bottom middle. There you go. Click on disks. Perfect. Okay, we're going to leave this one alone because we're going to attach a data disk later. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Go to networking. Okay. Now let's just talk about networking really quick. So if you look, it says virtual network. Okay, this has already been created. We already created one, right? That's good. That's awesome. We'll leave that alone. Then the subnet. Remember, we created that subnet. All right, we'll leave that alone too. Now you have the public IP. Okay, this is creating a new IP address for your public inbound traffic. Okay, awesome. Next, I want you to click on Network Security Group, push Advanced. Okay. Okay. Now, what this is going to do is going to create what's called a network security group. Now, what a network security group, okay, is to be able to a network security group gives us the ability to put some inbound port rules, some port rules that are on here. Okay, so let's keep going here, and let's go to management. Click on management. Okay, we're going to leave those things alone. We could check those boxes. Click on advanced. Click on tags. Click on review and create. It's going to run the final validation, review and create. There you go. Okay, and then when the validation is passed, you're going to push create. Okay, so deployment's going to be in progress. Okay, this is going to take us a few minutes while it's deploying. Now, after it's deployed, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to attach a data disk to it. And then after we attach a data disk, we're going to actually get into your virtual machine is going to be deployed. Everyone here is actually going to get into their virtual machine, and then we're going to conclude the lab. So we're going to land this plane. We had a little bumpy turbulence, but we are definitely going to land this plane here. While that's going up there, we might have a poll here. Let's see. Let's see. You know, there's an offer that is actually out there. If you haven't migrated to Azure just yet, or you're thinking about doing it, Microsoft through a managed partner such as LAN Info can get you up to from $3,000 to $10,000 in free Azure consumption credits. So let me go ahead and launch that. I don't know if any one of you are interested in learning more about it, but if you are, we'll then send you the details on it. It's really pretty cool. You know, you get basically free consumption, which means you don't pay for the Azure cost. over the few months that you use it.
Hey, Paul, it's new Azure customers.
New Azure.
Yeah, I selected no. I was kind of wondering about that.
Okay. All right. All right. So that's cool. Okay. Deployment is complete. Awesome. Let's now go. We're going to go to let's go to resource groups on the left-hand side. Okay. Is everyone good to go? Everyone provision? Any errors? Okay, no errors. Awesome. Okay, we're in resource groups. Go click on your resource group. Click into it. Actually, click the link to the right just a little bit. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Now I want you to click on. See it says Demo Lab VM01. That's your virtual machine on the right-hand side. If you could just look to the right a little bit, that's where it's at for everybody. Click on your Demo Lab VM01, your virtual machine. Click into it. We're going to get into it. Awesome. Okay. So now this is where our virtual machine is. Okay. This is it. As you can see on the right-hand side, it says public IP address. Great. Okay. Public IP address, that's there. A little bit above that says operating system, Windows Server 2019. Awesome. Location, perfect. This is all good. On the left-hand side on the menu, okay, see where it says settings? Just go a little bit over to your left, down a little bit. Okay, we're going to click on disks. Click on disks, 3 down from the left. Perfect. Click on disks. Okay. Because now, as you can see here, you have your OS disk, right? That's there, no problem. Leave that alone. Okay, but right below that is our data disk. We need to create a data disk. So below that, see the little plus sign? Keep going down. Right there. Perfect. Click on that. Okay. Now give it a data disk name. So just call it data disk 1. Okay, so we've given it a name. We're starting out with 4 gigs. We can make it bigger if we wanted to, but we're not going to, okay? We could if we want to, but we're gonna do this. Now, the most important thing here, this is the most important step. Go and save this. Top left hand, go to the top, right there. It has to be saved. Click on save. Okay, now when we click on save, it's going to take a few minutes, but it's going to turn into a link. And when we have that link, oh, look at that. That data is beautiful. Now we have it done. This is so awesome. Okay, so now let's go to the top left hand. It says overview. Okay, now that we have the disk, go left. There you go, overview. We're going back to the main page. Okay, so now what we've done, this is the conclusion. Okay, this is going to be so awesome. Just hold on a second. What we've done is we've done a tour of the portal. We have created a resource group. We have created a virtual network, right? Then we created an availability set, right, to back it up, right? And then we also did created a virtual machine. And then we added a data disk. So we did all of those things, right? We actually built this server out. Okay, this is so awesome. Now let's connect to it. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and click on the connect button, top right hand. See the little connect? Go right. No, go right. Go right. Oh yeah, you can go there too, but there's connect. Click on connect. Okay. Now we do RDP, and it's going to download an RDP client for you. You should have it at the bottom of your screen.
Should I click on download RDP file?
Yes. Okay, and see on the bottom left hand, perfect. Click on that. Okay, awesome. If it opened up in another screen, could you drag it over here so we can show people?
Uh,
I think the yellow, it's like it says remote desktop connection. Drag it over.
yes. It's asking me. 1 second. Windows security is asking me for my password.
Okay. I'll take over from here so I can show you my screen. Okay. For time's sakes, if you don't mind. Okay. So you should have the remote desktop connection. See this? Push connect. Okay. But this is where you have to change this. Okay. Don't put in your name or your credentials. Go to more choices. Okay. So you have to put in demo user. Remember, we use this to demo user. Okay. And then the password. Remember, it's PASSWORD.1 bang bang. When you do that, you'll get this. Okay? And you say yes. And then dun 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 dun. This is what you should be getting. Okay, who got here? Who landed the plane? Please tell me we got a couple people who landed the plane. Oh, crashing the plane. Martin.
I'm still in the air.
Oh, man. All right, Martin. Oh, he's in. Okay, cool. Martin made it. Frank, did you make it?
I'm still in there.
I'm on the password. I'm on the password. The password that I put, it says that it's incorrect.
Yeah, it's got to be the same exact one as you put in. Remember when we put demo user? It should be. I'll put it in the PASSWORD.1 bang bang.
Okay, so, all right. Gotcha.
Okay. I think we're getting him close to landing. Who else do I need to help guide?
Let's see. My password did not work, but I think it's asking me for the password that I use on Windows on my computer.
Well, the main thing is you have to switch users. Okay, because you're not going to be logging in with your user is demo user, and the password is password.1 bang bang.
Okay.
So the motto of a lot of this in the story is to give you an idea of what Azure has to offer and to show you that, it's either you use professional services to get it done, but it isn't that hard once you're used to doing this. So Paul, you can imagine when you spent all that time with Fabio, what he does in the back end on some of those things. But, it just gives you some exposure as you create this stuff, and just to give you, tonight we're actually, the power of Azure. We have a small financial services company that we have, Microsoft SQL servers. We have all kinds of virtual networks going on. We're migrating them in a 2-hour window to a data center, in the EU, because for their industry, the regulation's better in the EU. So with a stroke of a couple of buttons, all of their stuff will be migrated. Their users won't actually even know it. And, we'll be running stuff, probably in the middle of a German data center.
I can attest to that, Michael, because you guys accomplished the same for me. We once had 11 servers. We crunched them down to 3, and Fabio and he did a lot of the back end stuff, got that migrated without anybody ever knowing. Come Monday, we were ready to roll.
So, there's a lot of cool stuff that's in here, and this was really kind of show you that when someone leads you through it, it's great. But
Yes.
It's sort of like I know I cook a lot, but I don't cook everything. Sometimes you look at that and you watch the little. I'm on some, YouTube, cooking thing, and I see the guy do it, and of course, when I try to do it myself, it kind of sucks. So I usually Uber Eat it. But I think like everything else, there's a lot to be gained in Azure, and there's a lot that you have to rethink and go out there. But, you know,
I agree.
and it's cool. And we all learn by doing. You know, we're all in different industries that are in place there. And, you know, part of this is that once you see some of things, it's easy to go out there and do it. And I learn a bunch of the things that, you know, from this setup there. I don't deal with the virtual networking. I'm quoting some of this stuff out. I'm doing some of the things. But, you know, the cool part is that we're here to help. There's a lot that's out there. You know, Microsoft definitely has a huge market share that's in place there. And it's good to see, you know, when you go through this hands-on lab that, you know, you're not crashing anything. The plane's still in the air. And then we have Sherman and team to be able to just help us, you know, feel like we accomplished this.
Bam. Yeah, you know, we teach this for Microsoft customers. You know, we're the actual official learning partner for the U.S. subsidiary. So we teach 36 classes a month on this, and we only work with a few partners, and LAN Infotech is one of them that we contract with. So, hey, everyone, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You know, coming out. I know that it wasn't easy. We got through it though, right? We got some turbulence, but we did it. And you know, if you have any questions, just direct them through Michael, and he'll get them to us, and we'll help you out. But once again, thank you so much for coming.
And guys, keep an eye out for next month that we're actually, in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing something similar on Microsoft 365. So you'll see the security. And guys, this was awesome. Meant to actually see what challenges in a simple portal that we all have. That's why we take the time to go out there and take over your screen, because we all run into this. But the Microsoft 365 one is going to be pretty amazing to just kind of talk about how all this ties together. So keep a lookout for that. I think all of you have my email. Sherman, thanks for getting up early and running this and getting it. Again, guys, this was really meant to be a hands-on experience. So thanks again.
Excellent. Good job, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.